everyone, it's Ometer, and I wanted to share a layout with you guys. I'm telling you, I'm trying to build up my scrapbook because it's pretty sad that I'm a scrapbooker or a crafter and I don't have one complete scrapbook. I do mini albums and everything, but this is a design team project for ArtAttackSupplies.com, and of course you will find the links to the store in the description, you guys. Tracy has tons and tons of stuff in the store right now and tons of stuff coming in. It's freaking amazing. So what I used this time was also I used this South of Market collection, and this is by Studio Calico. This is the first Studio Calico pad I've ever used, and I've actually been able to find various uses for it. So this is, I used some of these die cuts, some of the die cuts, excuse me, cutouts, and I used several of the pieces to cut up and make my layout. Now, I will never do this layout ever again. Oh my goodness, the amount of sewing that I did. So anyhow, I used this stamp, and I didn't even know what to title this until I stamped it the first time, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna use family. So this is an old close to my heart stamp that I got at a crafty art sale, and I don't even know what it's called, if it's even retired or whatever, but it's this, and I think it's something like that Subway print that has like all of the information. And this one is a fall and this one is a Christmas. That's the only reason I got it, and I plan to use that one for Christmas, but this one is a fall one, and this is what I used this time. And I used it actually for a Thanksgiving Day layout. Now, if you guys have watched my other layouts, you know that my layouts are pretty late. Like this one is from 2010, these pictures. And what I did was, I first was crazy enough, and I will never do it again. This is the back of it. I actually like the way the back of it looks. I went ahead and I took this paper, kind of inspired by this, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna cut out a pattern to make it look like a quilt for my background. Never again. Never again. You guys, this is ridiculous. I didn't do this, but what I did was, to make it easier for me, I just went ahead and cut. Let's see. And I was like, oh man, I have to figure this out, and you know, blah blah blah. Try to figure out how to make a quilt because I haven't made one to save my life. So what I did was I cut up little squares, and these are 3 by 3. So there's 4 across. Once again, never doing this again. You see all of this stitching, it was nuts. And then what I did was I just cut it in half. So then, as you can see right here, these are the pieces, and it would be half and half, and I just scattered them. There was no pattern, there wasn't any meditated like a premeditated decision of doing like starting from this. No, I just started laying them down, and what I did was I just put adhesive on the center of it, because I don't want to put adhesive on the border, because that's what I'm going to stitch, and I don't want the glue to get on my needles. So so yeah, I stitched. This is psychotic. Look at that, it's crazy, you guys. It's nuts, like, yeah. So, but let me show you the layout. So here's a layout, and the title is family, because I stamped the first part down, and then I stamped, and then I was like, well, what am I gonna tell? And then I saw it, there's just, the family stood out, so I'm like, you know what, I'm going to mask the top and the bottom of this, and then just stamp family all the way across, and then I ended up covering it. So this, and I just repeated it 3 times. I think it's like 3.5, so it goes to there, and you can see it, some of it on the stitching and stuff. And the funny thing is, you can't even see the stitching after all of that work, you guys. You can't even see the stitching. So what this is, oh, so here you can see it, and I stitched basically every little triangle has the stitching around every border. And this is a 3 photo layout. Now, I have a Mac, and to me it's much easier. This is how funny it is. To me, it's much easier to size my pictures in the let me see, in my computer with the print and cut feature. Let me tell you, Sabrina, you need to get your printer going. For the print and cut feature, this is, oh, I'm not even in frame. So this is what I do. So, you know, for the print, if you don't, the print and cut feature, you get these, you add the tick marks and everything for it to print and cut, and then you can just cut it with, then you send it to your printer and it prints, and then you put it on your mat, and then you cut it, you put it through, and it cuts it. Honestly, it could not have been easier. I was like, you know what? And I used 8.5. What? Okay, I used, embarrassing. I don't even know what that was. I used 8.5 paper, and it's photo paper that I got from Target. I print it, and then you can also have the cut lines. Now I wasn't sure how thick I wanted the cut, so I didn't add them, but you can add the cut lines and just bring it over here and you know and then cut it. But what I like to do is, let's say I go to my library and with this plethora of stuff. Oh yeah, and look, I have some Tilda stuff scanned in here. But let's say I go and I'm just, you know, whatever. Now you can see like all this junk that I have downloaded here. Let's say if I, you know, put the picture, I can sit here and on the layout, and I know you guys are probably like, so what, you weirdo. I can sit here and on the layout, previous to cutting it on the 8.5, I can actually lay out all of the pictures, and to see, like, let's say I wanted them here, I want here, so I have a better idea when I'm playing with my setup of whatever I'm going to die cut and everything, where I want to place my layout, so I can actually do it easier. And then all I do is just then change the setting of the page to 8.5 by 11, print it, it's printed for me, and I can sit here and finagle with them and play with them. So yeah, some of you guys are probably like, so what? I've been doing that for years. Keep in mind, I just got my Cameo like last month. So that's what I did. And not only that, and here's the thing. If you guys print, you know, like your Instagram pictures or whatever, you want them 3x3, 4x6, 3x4 for your layout. I am too lazy, I'm not gonna lie. I am too freaking lazy to go on those websites and order it and then wait for it, because sometimes it hits me, like this layout just hit me today. Like I need to do this layout because I'd like to do a fall layout. And it's not even really a fall layout. So I'm like, I want them printed now, so I print them at home. Yes, I waste a lot of ink. But here's the thing, I can size them to whatever freaking size I want. If I wanted it to fit in this triangle, I could have had it fit in that damn triangle. So yeah, so that's what I did. I layered it on top, which I'm glad I put the photos. I was thinking of putting more to cover up because the background is a little bright. But I figured I worked all of that, I'm not gonna cover it all up. So let me just show you guys, run through the pictures. This is a picture of us at Thanksgiving dinner. This is my sister, her husband, this is my grandfather, this is my sister's husband, my mom, my dad over here at the head of the table. And here it says choose happy, and all of these little cutouts are from this section right here, the first page. So, and it says choose happy, and I just threw this little tag in there that says family. And yes, strategically covering somebody out. They're not there anymore. So it's mean, but that person doesn't belong. Anyway, so this is a picture of my siblings and I with my grandfather. This is my paternal grandfather, my grandfather Cito. That's my brother Felix Jr., my sister Emilia, my baby sister Crystal, my sister Amelia, and me right there. And this other little cutout says delight in the little things. Now, my favorite part is this bottom part. If you guys didn't notice it, this is the appropriate way to eat pie. So I use this little cutout as well. And this little, your favorite pie, it is from this page that has all of the, this right here. I just cut it out of that little piece. I saw that it said pie, and ironically, I saw it here, and I'm like, I need that for that. So, and then actually, I cut it out, and then some of it's on dimensionals, there you can see. And the little arrow was actually here, so I just changed the arrow to go here. And here I am. This is truly, no kidding, this is how I eat pumpkin pie. And honestly, I think half of it's already gone in the picture. As you can see, I'm stuffing my fat face. Yeah. So I pile on the whipped cream because I love it. And I could probably just eat whipped cream. And actually I do, but that's neither here nor there. So, and this is also, let me see. So let me just show you. I used this one for my journaling. I used this. I used this hand. And like I said, I used the pie from this section right here. So here I have, and it says Thanksgiving 2010. And it says family is what makes the holidays. Family is what makes the holidays a time to remember. The food is also good. I demo how to properly eat pumpkin pie. I love. My siblings share a moment with my grandfather. So that is my layout. Basically, us together and then stuffing our faces. And my stuff in our faces, I mean me. So we make a lot of food. There's a lot of us. We are 5 kids, and then plus our significant others, plus their kids, plus, like, forget it. So, but that is my layout. But see, look, I'm going to show off now my stitching that you cannot see. Oh my gosh, that's driving me crazy. I think it's funny because I was sitting here sewing like a maniac. Look, you can see, like, I should just do it that way. But you know what? It's in the details for me because this is what I wanted it to have. So, so yeah, so that's my layout, you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, check out Tracy's shop. So many awesome things in there. So many awesome things coming. And oh my gosh, just FYI, just a little thing. If you guys follow us on Facebook, we're going to CHA this year. What? Anyway, all right, enough goofiness. So thanks for stopping by, you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.